Concrete in Memoriam. This artwork explores the elegancy of the Derby Assembly Rooms, paying respect to this historical site by making handmade concrete slabs. I photographed the Derby Assembly Rooms and documented the architectural attributes as well as using concrete slabs to make gravestones. I wanted to do this work to celebrate this form of architecture. These images are of the fine detail of the building, and I use concrete slabs to show my images because this holds great importance and relates to my theme. I had to use regular sand to construct the concrete slabs in 4 photographs since I ran out of play sand throughout the creation of my work and had to utilise different batches of concrete mix. This building was built in 1977, and the architects that designed this building were Hugh Cassin and Neville Condor. The Derby Council has chosen to demolish it and replace it with a new building on the location of the Derby Assembly Rooms, which is why this research was conducted. I emailed Derby Live to try and gain access to the internal architecture, but this was declined due to the safety of the construction site. After getting this reply, I decided to capture images of the outside of the building and document the importance of British architectural design by capturing this building's features. To do this, I decided to make 12 concrete slabs using the UV printer. My reason for doing this was to try and create a memorial of the building, but also to show that the building is an important building in Derby and preserve the memories it holds for the people of Derby. The artists I was inspired by were Lucien Herve and Simon Phipps, who were both photographers that looked at brutalism. Herve looked at brutalism even before the word existed, and Phipps wanted to capture brutalist buildings and preserve them and prevent them from being demolished. Lucien Herve was considered to be one of the greatest architectural photographers of the 20th century. This work by Lucien Herve is of the Unité des Habitants and is located in Marseille, France, and is captured in black and white. He photographed this structure to capture its feeling of scale, texture, and structure. His several views of the same structure were intended to create a story, and the pictures had to be seen to have a sense of the buildings he was illustrating. However, I also looked at Simon Phipps, and when he describes his images, and the reason he uses black and white photography is that he wants to capture a period of optimism and community, now buried under almost half a century of privatization and individualism. Phipps captured this picture of the Metropolitan Cathedral, which was a Grade 2 listed building that was considered brutalist. This image is titled Metropolitan Cathedral of Christ the King. This is an image that celebrates this style of architecture, and it can be seen that this image was taken on a sunny day. In Phipps's images, he photographs using a digital camera and converts his images into black and white, as this emphasizes the stark lines, contrasting shadow, and the fact that the buildings are mostly constructed in bare grey concrete. When showcasing my work, I wanted to purposely scatter my photographs and place them exactly as they would be on the building itself. I attached the wooden brackets to the wall as this was made to hold my concrete slabs. 2 of my peers helped me with this task by holding the movable wall, while I held the wooden pieces to the wall, and Phil assisted me in attaching them to the wall. I painted all 9 of the wooden brackets white to match the wall after they were all secured to it. I placed the concrete slabs I had prepared onto each bracket when the brackets had dried out. Within the images I have displayed in my exhibition a critical attention to the overlooked details of the building. The reason why the images that I displayed were in black and white was that there would be less distraction and would focus on the texture and geometrical shapes of the building.